Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duck Bricks. I'm Chris, and today we're here with a really special LEGO haul. First of all, I want to give a major shout out to Fantastic Brick on Instagram. You can check that out in the description below for sending me this amazing LEGO package. So again, thank you so much. This is a really exciting package because, personally, I have never actually gotten to interact with some of the items featured in this package before. And these are extremely rare LEGO items from all the way back in LEGO's history, covering some factory test molds and rare colorings of LEGO bricks, all sorts of really cool stuff I can't wait to unbox and show you all today. So, essentially what this package contained were a ton of different bricks from LEGO's early history, when they were molding together different colors, when they were partnering with different companies, and in general just experimenting with the process of making LEGO 2x4 bricks. There's a lot to get into here, I can't wait to get started, so let's jump right in and take a look at this amazing haul. And again, thank you so much to Fantastic Brick for sending me this package so I can share it with all of you. Let's go.
Alright, so here is the massive package. Again, thank you so much for sending this to me. It really means a lot that I was able to get such rare bricks to add to my collection for free as well. I mean, that really does mean a lot. And I'm incredibly touched that I was able to get this package and receive these incredible pieces of LEGO history as a gift to Duck Bricks. So thank you so much again. It really means a lot. And one day, if/when I ever open my LEGO museum, these are absolutely going on display. And I also really appreciate how each of the bags are labeled. Specifically, they're labeled for what types of test bricks they are and where they came from, like the Billund test bricks. And here we've got some other ones, and specifically these ones say these are the Bayer test bricks. So I definitely am not a historian of all of these strange LEGO brick colors. I am by no means an expert on this. I will be learning as I unbox these and learning alongside all of you. So what I've done is I've brought alongside a couple of white base plates, and I'll be doing my best to just place each brick on the base plates as we go, so we can really give them the special attention they deserve. Now, let's set these aside here, and I specifically want to start off with a couple special ones here, and it's a little bit hard to tell on camera. Oops, sorry about that. But these bricks here are very unique because the colors are just not quite right. You see, these are the Bergwarner factory manufactured bricks from Amsterdam. So specifically, they were made in the Amsterdam factory. And if you look at this one, this is obviously nothing that translates to an actual LEGO color, but you can actually see they don't even say LEGO, they just say C on the bricks themselves. And these originated when LEGO was trying to experiment with making bricks themselves and trying to figure out how they wanted to manufacture these. And these were test bricks that were commissioned and made by LEGO from a plant in Amsterdam, to my understanding. So you can actually see the specific one here, the Bergwarner Amsterdam plant. This is really cool, a great way to start this off, and a cool history lesson. Let's stick those right here. So let's kind of get these very special bricks all lined up on the platform, and obviously they are fully compatible with the standard LEGO base plates, which is very nice. So that means we can really just display them like so. Let's just kind of get this, let's get this fully aligned. I kind of want the C's to be in order there. If we want to zoom in, you can see the very different quality of those bricks. And let's move on to the next one, which is also a smaller package. These bricks are from, Grangemouth. Okay, I do know these. So these are Grangemouth bricks from the famous Grangemouth factory. You can actually look up and see what that was all about, but they're very old bricks from the 60s and 70s when LEGO was first experimenting with making their types of plastic, and you can see it specifically says patent pending, and you can tell what factory they're from based on the specific arrangement and positioning and type of the logos. So again, really special to get these, and let's add those to the collection. Moving on here, I'm going to try to work my way through these smaller Ziplocs at first. These are from the Billund factory, some of the early LEGO bricks from the Billund factory here. So let's take a closer look at these. And again, you can see these ones do say C, but the fonting on some of them is a little bit different. I do wonder why that's the case, that some are quite different than others, but these are specifically from the Billund, Denmark factory. You can see the quality of the plastic wasn't quite there yet. This was when LEGO was still trying to experiment with their plastic types and their molding types. So yeah, you can see we have those bricks here, and let's add them to the wall. So there we go. These are the Billund factory bricks. Now let's see, do you have any smaller bags here? Not a ton. So let's start with this one. And I did consolidate some of the bags, so maybe we can start with these. Oh my goodness, this is really cool. So this is a full set of A, B, C, D bricks. This again was with the letters being tested. So if we zoom in here, let's take a look at the different letters here. And you can see this is actually the entire set where you can see A right up on the corner there. And then B right there. It's a little bit hard to see on camera, but you can kind of let it catch the light. We have C in the corner. And then D. So, wow, that is really cool. It is very rare that you see a full set like this. And this color isn't quite the same Lego orange either. It's a slightly different hue, and it's so fascinating to see because obviously the letters are corresponding to different types of brick manufacturing from A to B to C to D, and you can obviously tell there's very negligible differences here, but this is the full set, which is so cool to have. Now let's open this up. Ah, okay. So we've got some marbled bricks here. Wow, that is awesome. It is always a treat to get some marbled bricks, and these are absolutely the very first in my collection. I previously did not own these. I have never owned these or even held them in my hands before, so wow, this is really a treat. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So, marbled bricks are essentially made when a certain color of plastic is switched from one to the other during the process of making the bricks themselves. And I'm sorry, this is my first time opening this, so I'm kind of, I mean, this is really cool stuff. This is very, it's cool to own a piece of Lego history in my hands. We have a blue and red one here. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Look at the marbling on this. That is so cool. And I understand there's a lot of marbled bricks out there nowadays, but I mean, it just feels so special to be holding these in my hands. And I mean, it just means a lot that I was able to get these. And look at that. We have a gray one with a bit of a black marbled into it. We have this is, look at this. This looks like marble almost, with the kind of palish white mixed in with the black. And look at this beautiful one right here, dark green and black. That is a really nice one. And we have some more here in different shades of green. So we've got the limes and the green mixes. Just wow. I mean, this is phenomenal. Phenomenal is all I can say. And once again, major thank you. I know I'm going to say this so many times throughout the course of this video, but this means a lot, and I am beside myself. I've never encountered bricks like these ever before. Physically in my hands. I've only seen pictures online, and it's so cool to now be able to build a full board and even more of all these bricks. So that's awesome. So let's see. Here we have another. These are the short shot bricks. Oh wow, look at this. Okay, so short shots happen in the factory when there just isn't quite enough plastic to make the mold, which you can see right here. They're almost there, but just barely didn't make it. So that's A, and C here. But it's interesting because, yeah, you can see these are these short-shotted bricks. Even if it's just a little corner there, you can tell they're not cracked but short-shotted because they're actually a lot shorter and smoother. It feels very smooth to the touch, like it was molded specifically in this fashion. Wow, look at that. That's very cool. And again, oftentimes, 9 times out of 10, these are just thrown out. After the factory finishes with them, like, they are just thrown out in the trash can. So this is just very interesting to have as pieces. Then we have all these. These are all Bayer ABCD bricks. So look at all this. Look at all these bricks. These are all the ABCD marked bricks from the Bayer factory. So I can't go through every single one of them, but you can see how they actually have the letter on the top there. And again, a lot of these colors were not actual real production colors, like the Fabuland brown brick here. We've got this kind of off shade of gray, of course, and this slightly strange shade of yellow. It's a little bit hard, again, to come across on camera, but if this is, it's not even quite. If this is closer to the, actually, I do have an official yellow Lego brick with me. That is a great comparison. Let's bring this over. So this is the real Lego piece that's yellow. This is a little bit lighter. It's real hard to tell on camera, but it's a little lighter. And this is a weird color. This is not quite orange. It's not quite yellow. This is probably one of like the older Fabuland style of colors. So yeah, we got a lot of strange colors here. And I'm going to try to organize these slightly by hue. So what we're going to do is we'll start with the bright neon one. This almost looks like the vibrant yellow, which was introduced this year in 2022. So that's quite interesting to see. We're going to maybe work our way up to, we got one more there. So let's pick, this is getting closer to that. Okay, And then the oranges, I want to work my way through the oranges. So let's get some of these orange bricks here. Actually, let's swap the position here as if we're going in order. So oranges, browns, and look at the different shades of these. Obviously, again, if you just look at the different shades, these are not shades that normally appear as actual Lego colors. They are their own wacky shades of plastic that Lego has never made again, and likely never made before that either. And it is just a treat to be able to just go through these and play with the bricks and really feel what the texture is like. It's a really interesting texture. It's not really what you'd expect. And place them on this board and yeah, just show off these really rare test production bricks. This is almost like a military green color. Lego certainly does not make this color. I mean, I guess olive green is close, but look at that. That is so interesting. You can see these are both D bricks, but in a very strange, almost darker olive green color. Now, of course, we have some black bricks here, and the black is pretty much the same. It's what we've come to expect. That one's a little bit paler, as you can kind of tell. And then we've got some grays. So we have some gray bricks here. We have, and then moving over to white, some paler whites, some white bricks here. So look at this. So this is a lot. At least these past rows here are some of the odd colors that came out of the Bayer. Again, these are the Bayer ABCD bricks, where you can see starting from, I think one of these is the short shot. So starting from around here, we get to the yellow ones, we get to the Bayer bricks, and that is very, very cool. But there's still more. Look at all these bags. We still have all this. We still have all this to go through. I mean, I am going to need a bigger base plate. So I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a bigger base plate, then we can continue. Now that's more like it. I have gotten a large size base plate. I've put all our bricks here, and we are ready to open the next bag. So this bag here is labeled as Bayer 8xC, so this is probably the C test bricks from the Bayer factory, and I'm already seeing some really interesting things from this bag. Alright, so what do we have here? Wow, okay, so first of all, I am seeing a metallic silver Lego brick. That's right, this is metallic silver. This is in a color that I've never seen a 2x4 brick being produced in before. I don't think Lego is likely to make this again, so that is so cool. We also have teal here, so teal, and this is a really interesting shade of pale yellow, and just look at the variety here. We have a pale blue color. This is a slightly off yellow compared to the normal yellow. One of these darker blue bricks, and we also have this nougat color, and this is a very odd milky white color. It is not quite white. It is very similar actually to the Lego Bionicle milky white pieces that we eventually got for the Rockshi, if that kind of gives you a comparison point here. But yeah, you can just see the sheer variety here. Now I am going to stick these on one by one, again by color, and it's really interesting seeing what Lego was trying to do to experiment with different types of colors of bricks back in the day. Again, really, really cool to be able to own these, and wow, what a treat it is to be able to actually touch these in my hands and mess around with them and see how they interact with the standard Lego base plate. This is just absolutely phenomenal. Now, all the bricks here do have the C markings on them, which do make sense given that they are all from that particular factory, so I think that totally makes sense in line with the rest of the bricks here. And it's interesting because obviously, as we know, Lego started off with just a few colors. They really were only having the main colors. They didn't even have gray. I mean, to begin with, they did not have gray. That's why the first castle was yellow. And it wasn't until Lego Space that we had gray. So it is quite fascinating seeing that they actually were experimenting with such a broad variety of colors, and if I had to guess, they probably just couldn't get the replication of colors down pat, and that's why they really just had to stick to a few colors where they absolutely could get the color mix right, and then slowly expand their palette from there. It's still fascinating to see more modern colors here, like the dark red color, especially because that was a color that we didn't really get until later. Same with the dark blue, and especially with a lot of the colors that feel like they are modern analogs or close to analogs to more modern bricks, like these paler blue colors. This specifically looks like the sand blue color, which again is a more modern color that Lego makes, and even some stuff like the lavender colors and lighter blue and cyan and especially teal. This is basically perfect Lego teal. This is exactly the color match that they eventually would end up going for. So yeah, really interesting stuff here, being able to see all of the bricks laid out, and especially different shades. Whoops, I think I forgot a couple of brown shades here. Let's just move on. I think these are going to be pretty hard to separate, and I don't want to damage the bricks themselves. So we can move on from that. But different shades of yellow and orange here. So we've got these paler oranges all fading to a more vibrant orange. This is like a clay color, kind of like what we saw for some Fabuland paint, but never for any actual real bricks in the LEGO system. Got one violet magenta-like color, and then a ton of different shades of green, which is fantastic because these green shades are unlike any that we actually got for LEGO. Very fascinating to see this, and yeah, we can now move on to the next bag. So those were the Bayer 8x test bricks here, and we can now take a look at these. So these are labeled as Bayer with the old logo. So all these bricks should have the old logo on them, but I'm going to open this baggie first because this is a lot of text on it. Let's see, what does this say? Mold place number A with hole in stud. Oh! Okay, I remember this. So, this brick here is specifically because it has a hole in the stud. That was the placement of the mold when they actually broke it off, which is why this is so rare, because obviously this is something that would never get past the factory nowadays, but the hole in the stud makes this incredibly rare because it is a factory defect, and one of the things that they were experimenting with when making LEGO bricks. Now, pouring out the rest of the Bayer bricks with the old logo, Bayer was the factory, I am seeing some even cooler things here. Look at these transparent pieces, and these specifically, if we zoom in, have the very old LEGO logo. So here we can see the older style of LEGO logo here. All sorts of really great bricks like this kind of milky white one, and look at this. This is like a transparent brown brick. It's hard to describe what this is, but these all have the old style of LEGO logo on them, making them that much more special. Now, this is an analog to basically sand red, which is obviously what we would see later on in 2001 and so on, but really cool to see things like that cropping up so early. And these all have the older logo of LEGO, which of course didn't really appear in the actual sets themselves, which is what makes these particular bricks so rare, because these are all just escapees from the factory, so to speak. So all of these just made their way out of the LEGO factory. This one's almost like the texture on this is interesting. This is like a kind of almost a molded kind of mixed color one with the gray shade, clearly mixing two different colors, so that is fascinating to see. And I am running out of things to say about these amazing bricks other than that, yes, they are beautiful and amazing, and I am so lucky to have them in my collection. So thank you so much again. I am going to put all of these on and treat them very well because it is so cool seeing these slightly transparent colors too. I mean, we have a few slight transparent colors from the full transparents, obviously the full transparent colors here, but then these are almost translucent in the way that they reflect the light, which is quite interesting to me. The redder bricks there, and let's get all of our guys stacked up here. And yeah, this is a slightly in-between shade. It's not quite blue, it's not quite dark blue, it's something in between. So that's quite interesting to see. And I'd love to actually later on compare these against actual LEGO bricks and see where the colors are actually close to them, because I feel like a lot of these are very close in color to what we would eventually get from LEGO. So quite interesting specimens here, and always so cool to add these to my collection. So let's just quickly finish adding these up here, kind of get the last bricks on. Wow, I am going to run out of room very quickly. Thankfully, I brought another base plate, but I did not expect to run out of room this early. Okay, so there we go. Those were the old logo of bricks, but we still have 3 more bags of that size to go through. I mean, the generosity here is insane. I mean, 3 more bags. Let's go. So I kind of don't want to separate the bricks, so let's see what we can do. Here has a lot of individual Ziplocs in them. These are labeled the BASF bricks. Now, hopefully someone in the comments can, and I should probably Google it as well, help explain to me what BASF means. Thankfully, these are all individually bagged, so I can really try to count and see how many spaces I have left on this display board to move on. Let's start off with 4. These are the Roman bricks. That's quite interesting. Not quite sure what that alludes to here, but let's take a look at what these are. That is very interesting. So I can see some bits of darker colored plastic on the side of the bricks themselves. Almost every single one of them has that sort of marking, and that is quite interesting to see here. Like, you can see a little bit of black there and some imperfections, and this is a completely different color and even a different texture feeling than most other bricks. So it's quite interesting to see this style of brick here. Let's put these on right here. Okay, and then we have, what are these? V-bricks with open studs. Okay, V-bricks with open studs. Let's open these up. Take a look at what that means. So that probably means that these are, let's see, probably that those are actually hollow inside. These studs themselves are hollow on the inside. That is interesting. It's almost like the underside of these bricks are what makes them special, because of course the logo is basically the same, but let's move on, and we have room for 6 more. So is there one with 6? This is 2. If we can find one with 4. Let's see. I don't want to separate these, so let's see what we can do. We want to keep these 2 together, and we want to keep these 4 together, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're going to open up this bag. These are the C bricks, and just take this out. These are special C bricks with titanium dioxide written with a question mark. Titanium dioxide, wow, that is interesting. So this was a special way of manufacturing the bricks, and look at that. That is quite interesting. Maybe they were trying to age them or weather them. They have this that's weird. That is a weird feeling. It's very hard to explain what these feel like, but you can see the whiteness is kind of rubbing off of them. I don't want to mess with them. I don't want to touch them with my modern fingers too much here. So what we're going to do is we are going to just very carefully put these down, and I'm not going to try to touch them too much, but they were specifically done with titanium dioxide. So that is interesting. And finally, we've got these 2 here labeled as the only number bricks. What does that mean? Only number bricks. Oh, they have numbers on the bottom. So that's number 8. And this one, let's see, can we see the number? Can't quite see the number on this one, but it's probably, so yes, these are numbered bricks. That is quite interesting. I mean, I am learning a lot more about the Lego brick production process right now, because this is just so cool to see. But we have already filled up a whole board here, so you can see we still have this plus 2 more bags. 2 more bags, people, plus all this. So I'm going to take this and very carefully bring it out, and then we can move on to our next base plate. Thank goodness I keep extra plus-size Lego base plates around. Moving on to the next one, we have some C bricks here, so some more C bricks, and zooming into these, let's take a closer look at them. That is quite interesting. This also appears to be a short shot, actually. You can actually see the tubing recede there, but this is transparent, and you can see all sorts of different colors here. More of these very odd colors. I love this shade of blue. I kind of wish Lego would do this. It's almost like a navy blue, again, mixed between dark blue and regular blue. Very, very cool. Let's start lining these up right now so we can move on. Next up in the same series, we have C bricks with closed studs. So as you can see here, these are the closed studs version of the open ones that we got last time. Also, again, some really interesting colors here. So we've got some odd yellows, and we've got the pinks, of course, which again was a color we didn't really get from Lego for a while, until the 1980s or so. And we have some weird dark reddish analogs here, which are not quite dark red, but something a little bit close. Let's add them on. Another metallic one here. Look at how cool that looks. It is so satisfying to see a metallic silver 2x4. With all those lined up, let's see what we have next. These are the old logo bricks. So again, some more bricks from the old logo. Again, these are all from the same factory, which is why they are separated out. And let's take a look at said old logo. I think the clear ones are some of the easiest to see the logos on. Actually, I take that back. They are the hardest to see the logos on. Let's take a look at these, and yes, wow, look at that. That is the original old style of Lego logo right there. Even have a transparent red. I love that. I love transparent red pieces. This is a slightly different shade. It's like transparent dark red or transparent red mixed with black, so that is so cool. Look at that. And they all have the old logo on them, and I love how these are meticulously sorted. It really does mean a lot that these not only were sent to me, but also are very clearly labeled and identified. And now I have this video, so in any case I ever forget which bricks go to what, I can always check back and see what bags they came from. This one here is a little bit of a dual mold as well, or kind of a different color on the inside, which is quite interesting. You can see they were experimenting with different plastic types all the way back then. Moving on from those, it's time to take a look at the penultimate bag. It's the second to last bag, so we still have another bag like this, and this one is labeled Bear 7xC, so this is, we already looked at the 8 times, let's look at the 7. What is this? So this is 7xC material. This was a test specimen. Whoa, that is cool. Okay, this was a test specimen just to test the plastic material. Obviously not really a Lego brick in and of itself, but it does fit the Lego dimensions. I am going to set this aside for now. We will find a place for it probably at the bottom, but that is so cool to see how it was a test brick there that isn't actually a correspondent to any existing Lego brick. Let's take this out. What makes this so special? Oh, neon orange. That, whoa, neon orange. Okay, that is actually a really rare color. Okay, I did not realize that this was the rare neon orange color. I am not super familiar with the colors, so I didn't notice it off the top of my head, but I know that the neon orange color is pretty rare, and wow, that's something. That is really cool. That really does look quite stunning in person. So let's stick that on first there. That's quite special. And let's see what else do we have here. So again, these are the Bear 7xC bricks, or 7xC bricks, and let's look at the different colors. So we've got a beautiful little turquoise one here, which is kind of similar to stuff we would see from Lego Belleville and Scala. Another sand green analog, and that's why there's 7, because the 8xC ones had C's on all 8 studs. The 7xC ones have C's on 7 studs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with 1 stud without the logo. And that's what makes these so much more special. Let's put them on right now. This is so cool. One of my favorite things about seeing all of these laid out, and obviously this is just the first half, is the sheer variety in colors. You can really see all sorts of different blends, especially in colors that Lego does not make today, and probably never will make. And that is probably the coolest thing about these bricks, aside from the fact that, well, they are all factory rejects and test prints and got all sorts of crazy stuff going on with them. Just such a treat to see. But now it's time for the final bag. These are the Bear 8xF bricks, so I would assume that means they all say F on the studs instead of C. We'll find out, but let's take out the individual ones first. This one specifically is demarcated as set with and without flag. Okay, let's see what that means. Set with and without flag. Let's try to figure out what that means. And again, if folks in the comments are more educated than me, please do let me know what this means. So these are, as you can see, they do say F on the bricks themselves, with and without flag. Not quite sure what that means. Let's see, can we detect any differences here? Commenters, do help me out. What are the differences between these two bricks? I'm not seeing it myself, but I probably am just missing something barely imperceptible here, so I would love to hear from you. What did I miss with these two? But they are still really cool bricks, and it's cool how they have the F on them instead of the Lego logo. And here we have, okay, what does this say? So 7xF plus AXE, so I'm presuming that they have just the F on 7 studs. Let's confirm that theory, and no, okay, well they have F on all 8, so, what does 7xF and A and E mean? I am presuming that the A and E might be referring to a specific factory. I certainly need to do a lot more research on these particular bricks because I obviously did not own any before. I was completely not immersed at all in the world of factory rejects and test bricks, and this has been an eye-opening experience. So I need to learn more. Neon colors, great to see those. Oh my goodness, this is so cool because it looks just like the brand new vibrant yellow color, which just introduced this year. Again, kind of like some of the other bricks. And then of course we have the vibrant orange one. So let's get those attached here and pour out the rest. So once again, all of these bricks do say F instead of C on them, which is quite interesting. I think one of my favorites is this one. This is a really nice and charming color. But let's get these all on the board and go to wrap up. Alright, wow, that is panel 2 of all of the bricks, and I actually do have a couple of other marbled and special employee gift bricks that were given to me by a different store owner in Germany, so I'm just going to put them right here because I feel like they are pretty appropriate to have displayed at approximately the same area here. So let's just get all of those in, and then we can move on to wrap up once I actually get all of these very special bricks in place. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's go to the wrap-up.
And with an incredible gift like that all summed up, and we've taken a look at every single brick, it deserved a really special place in my collection. And so I just mounted these. These are the new wall displays for the very special test bricks from the factory. Again, these predate back to the 1950s and 60s and are really interesting because they really showcase a different era of LEGO when they were experimenting with plastic types and colors and transparent bits and pieces here and there. And it just looks so cool to actually have these being mounted on my wall. Now for the frames themselves, I made sure to wrap them in the masonry bricks because of course I wanted to emphasize the bricks themselves being the frames, so I wanted to actually use the masonry bricks going all the way down here. But yeah, as we can zoom out here, you can see that we actually have 2 full boards of these bricks right here, which is really cool to see. I am so happy I've been able to add these on display in my collection. And once again, a major thank you to Fantastic Brick for sending me these as a gift. It really means a lot, and just know they are in good hands, and hopefully when I open a LEGO museum someday, these will be one of these centerpieces. So thank you so much again, and do let me know down in the comments below if you, the viewers, have ever interacted with these very special test bricks. What do you think of them? Do you own any marbled bricks? Have you ever seen or felt these before? And what do you think of this amazing LEGO gift? Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Thanks, and bye-bye for now.